Hello again, boys and girls. Today we are going to read Chapter 2 in our book, The Chalkbox Kid. So if you haven't already, I would like you to go into your black folder, bring out your work for The Chalkbox Kid. You should have, from Chapter 1, you should have had some vocabulary already completed, a couple of comprehension questions, and also looked for some verbs and some nouns. Today, we're going to do basically the same type of thing. I'm going to go ahead and read Chapter 2. I'd like you just to follow along. And as I'm reading, I'm going to stop at a couple of words. Once again, if you take a look on your sheet for vocabulary, I have 3 words again, and then a 4th blank, and that's for you to find a word and find your own definition. Remember, you want to keep that as a word that maybe you're not 100% sure on what the definition of that word is. The first word for this chapter that we're going to look at is pack. Number 2, neighborhood. Number 3, important. And then, like I said, the 4th one is for you. Turning the page over for today, what I'd like you to do is to write a summary for what happened in Chapter 2. And the directions read, use your own words to tell about the important things that happened in this chapter in 4 sentences. You may want to use sequencing words like first, next, then, and finally to help you. Okay? Remember, a summary is picking out like the main idea, the main points, and just kind of giving a quick explanation as to what has happened in this chapter. The directions say to do it in 4. If you need a 5th sentence, fine, but let's just try to limit it to 4 or at the most 5. You need to have at least 4 sentences though. Okay? Alright, with that, let's grab our books. Let's open up to page 11. That's where Chapter 2 starts, and it is entitled Uncle Max. Gregory woke early. The day was coming in. He lay there and looked at the room that was all his. By the bed was a box he and Mother had packed. His things were in it. Go ahead, pause the video, and that is the first word I'd like you to find in the dictionary is packed. He got up and began to dig in the box. He found his old yellow robe and put it on. His tablet and paints and brushes were on the table where he had put them last night. Without making any noise, he went into the kitchen and brought back a cup of water. He sat down at his table and began to paint. The paper in his tablet was too small, but he painted a red house that wasn't bad. He painted a sunflower that was a little better. Mother came to the door. He asked her, "Do we have any thumbtacks?" "What do you want with thumbtacks?" she asked. Page 13. "I want to put my picture up," he said. She brought him some tacks. He put his pictures up on the wall. They looked good there, even if they were too small. Now the room looked like it was really his. He and Mother and Daddy had breakfast. "I'll make more coffee for Max," said Daddy. Gregory asked, "Is Uncle Max coming here?" "He is," said Daddy. "Then I'm going out," said Gregory. "Where?" asked Mother. "Up the street," he said. "I don't know," said Mother. "Oh, let him go," said Daddy. "He just wants to see the new neighborhood. Isn't that right, Gregory? Don't you want to see the new neighborhood?" Pause there. Go ahead and look up the word neighborhood. "Yes," said Gregory. He went out. The air was cold, but it felt good. It felt like spring. He walked up the street. It was Sunday morning, and not many people were out. He saw a grocery store. He saw a few places that looked like garages or small factories. The next block got better. There were more houses and trees. In the block after that, he came to a school. It was the Dover Street School. Mother had told him about it. He would be going there. He walked a few more blocks, and then he went home, and Uncle Max was there. Uncle Max was 20. He had a red beard, and he played the guitar and made up songs. Most of the time, he was out of work. "Well," he said in a loud voice, "here comes that great Gregory. Here comes the paintbrush kid." "Hello," said Gregory. He went to his room. The door was open. There was another bed in the room. There was a guitar on the bed. Mother called him into the kitchen. "Uncle Max will be with us for a while," she said. "He isn't working now. He needs a place to stay." Gregory looked at her. "It won't be so bad," she said. "It's not my room," he said. "It's his." "It's yours, too," she said. But he knew how that would be. "Why don't you like your Uncle Max?" she asked. "He thinks he's important," said Gregory. "He is important," said Mother. "We all are." He thinks no one is important but him," said Gregory. Last pause. Look up the word important, please. He went outside. There was concrete all around the house. Even the wall across the back was concrete. There was a gate in the wall. It was painted green, an ugly green. He could hear Uncle Max playing the guitar, and he kicked the gate. He kicked it so hard that some of the paint fell off. And that is the end of Chapter 2. Go ahead and you may begin working on your assignment. If you have any questions, make sure that you video conference in or email or call through Google Voice. All right, we'll see you tomorrow for Chapter 3.